Good morning friends. Today we will discuss about the TS of spinal cord from B.SC. third year class, paper number 2nd, mammalian histology. The spinal cord is or medulla spinalis is the important part of the central nervous system. Spinal cord is bilateral, symmetrical and important part of the central nervous system located in the vertebral column, and it is posterior continuation of the medulla oblongata which runs through the cavity of vertebral column. However, there is no demarcation between the medulla oblongata and spinal cord. The spinal cord is somewhat flattened structure dorsoventrally and posteriorly becomes thread-like structure, and this thread-like structure is called as filum terminale. The cord-like structure or thread-like structure is called as filum terminale. Filum terminale. On the dorsal side, a shallow furrow or groove is present running mid-dorsally along its length is called as dorsal median celsus, and mid-ventral level of mid-ventrally, this level of mid-ventrally along its length is called as dorsal median celsus. Along its length at the level of forelimbs and hind limbs, spinal cord shows swelling. This spinal cord is formed by two parts, that is grey and white matter. Spinal cord composed of two parts, that is grey and white matter. Grey and white matter. Microscopic structure of spinal cord. This spinal cord is somewhat flattened structure dorsoventrally and posteriorly becomes thread-like structure, and this thread-like structure is called as filum terminalis. And this microscopically, this spinal cord divided into two parts, grey matter and white matter, and this grey matter present in the central part, and this central part surrounded by the white matter, and this white matter is again surrounded by pia matter. Grey matter occupies the central part where it is arranged somewhat in the form of English letter H, or it is butterfly shaped structure in the central part of spinal cord, and this spinal cord having grey matter extends almost to the surface of the cords called as posterior horns, and these centrally short broad horns, these are called as anterior horns. These microscopically spinal cords, these divided into two parts, that is grey matter and white matter. Grey matter, it is centrally placed part, and this is mainly butterfly shaped structure, and this spinal cord central part contains the nervous cell body and supportive cells. We call them supportive cells. It is also called as glial cell, or it is also called as neuroglia cells. Next part is white matter, and this white matter also contains glial cells also present, but it is most primarily axon tracts are present, and this white matter is mainly made up of axons. These axons connects pathway that connect the brain with the rest of the body. and the dorsal horn mainly consists sensory neurons, with ventral horn contains motor neurons. The gray matter contains pericardia or multipolar neurons, neuroglia, myelinated sheaths, and very few blood cells present. White matter, pericardia or dendrites are absent. Next part is meanings present during surrounding the spinal cord. First meaning, it is called as Dura Mater. This Dura Mater, it is outermost top membrane of the spinal cord, made up of dense connective tissue, collagen, and few elastic fibers are also present in the Dura Mater. Dura Mater inner side, the pia mater is present, and this pia mater is innermost delicate membrane, consists of thin interlocking collagen fibers. A fine network of elastic fiber is also present in it, and this pia mater, thin layer of elastic and collagen fibers bound tightly to the surface of brain and spinal cord. Next, in between these dura and pia mater, space present, and this space is called as archenoid space. This archenoid space present in between the dura and pia mater, it is non-vascular, means blood vessels are absent in the archenoid space. It is joined to inner pia mater by a number of trabeculae, and it is filled by cerebrospinal fluid. Here in this archenoid space, this cerebrospinal fluid present as well as blood vessels are present, and these cerebrospinal fluid, these acts as shock absorbent fluid, function as shock absorbent. These three protective covering is called as meanings. Spinal cord relay the impulse in and out, and it responds simultaneously to stimuli which are harmful to animal. Such actions are called as reflex action. Distinguishing characters of the spinal cord: the spinal cord outer covering or membrane called as meanings, and these meanings are dura mater, pia mater, archenoid mater, and subdural space present. Subarachnoid space, in this subarachnoid space, cerebrospinal fluid is present. Spinal cord shows two parts, that is grey matter and white matter. Grey matter present in the central part and white matter surrounds the grey matter. S-shaped grey matter is having dorsal, ventral and lateral horns are present. Grey matter shows dorsal, ventral and lateral horns are present, and central canal covered by the grey matter. Here in the central canal is present, and central canal covered by the grey matter. Dorsal median groove and ventral deep and wide fissures are also present in the spinal cord. This is all about the histology of spinal cord. Thank you.